Could it happen to anybody? This award belongs to Lil Kesh because Lil Kesh is our next rated artist. What the shit?
Hey, put it up. I don't want any sound. Please, please, please.
Modu Black, ladies and gentlemen.
And you must be another like our.
So last month, the Headies Award 2024 had taken place, and for someone who is an avid consumer of music, I love the music especially from the 2010s. And if you are really a close friend of mine, you know that that's the kind of content I consume. The music there gave us life. Let's not forget, we had more hits. We had the Chocolate City Boys, we had EME Records, and like, guys, look at the way I'm smiling. It's only an indication of how much I love that era, because I'm really selective when it comes to music, and I'm never going to lie. I'm not just the one that jumps ships or like on every trendy thing that happens. If it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't make sense. So I really have a high quality taste in music. So the Headies Award has been holding for a couple of years now. I would say even several decades now, because by 2025, yeah, it's way more than a decade already. And it's just a way to highlight and champion a lot of Nigerian artists and a lot of Nigerian talent. It's really a good way to appreciate ourselves, because I would say it's sort of like the Grammy or like the VMAs of Nigeria, which we don't really have. I don't really think we have any major mainstream award show aside the Headies for music. I know we have EMVCAs, which is for like the movie industry, which is really nice for them to appreciate themselves. But Headies for a long time has been that platform to champion and, you know, to see a lot of rising artists. So where did it all begin? The Headies Award started in 2006, originally called the Hip Hop World Awards, organized by IL Animations Hit TV. It was created to celebrate outstanding achievements in the Nigerian music industry, especially for young rising artists who were being overlooked. The mission was clear: put Nigerian music on the global map. From the beginning, the vibe was pure, a platform for artists by artists. But what then changed? By 2008 to 2012, the Headies became the awards to win in Nigeria. Winners like Nice, Waneko, MI, Olamide were blowing up after the Headies wins. The categories expanded from Best Rap Album to Best Vocal Performance to Next Rated, which is still the most controversial career-changing award, even till date, even in this year's Headies Award. But around 2015, cracks started showing. The industry grew bigger, Afrobeat had gone international, so the politics around who won that too. The most dramatic turning point: Ricardo Banks beat Lil Kesh in 2015's Next Rated drama. Olamide had stormed the stage in anger, saying, Lil Kesh is our own Next Rated. If you no agree, F you. Don Jazzy clapped back in his acceptance speech, saying, Olamide, come collect the car. So this became clear. The Headies Awards was not just longer about talent. It was about alliances, label, politics, and industry modes moving in silence. Now, this is not to take away from any other artist's hard work. I mean, Ricardo Banks and Lil Kesh, that year, they were popping, and I'm not going to lie. I won't lie, a lot of us had believed that Lil Kesh was going to take the Next Rated award, but that shouldn't also take from Ricardo Banks' achievements. But we understand, because I don't think that it was even that year, maybe even 2 years later, that Lil Kesh was actually recognized. And that was the year that, you know, Lil Kesh had given us hits like Efe Joko and everything. That was so hot. Lil Kesh was really popping that year. So again, this is not to diminish anyone, but it just shows the gameplay behind the scenes. So who are the Mole and the Mule? The Mole is the hidden players, execs, labels, promoters, pushing their people, making shady backroom deals, and influencing awards. The Mule, the hardworking, talented artists waiting for their grace to crash story, their life turnaround story, you know, from the trenches right up to the island, living with the big boys and living their lifestyle. That's the Mole. So these are artists who are hardworking, being ridden for clouds, and also forgotten once the politics shifts. And that's the truth. The politic dynamic shifts a lot, and that's why a lot of artists are not as relevant as they used to be, especially if you're not ready to give them what they want, because these deals, they change every year. Every year since that drama, it has been clearer. Sometimes talent alone doesn't guarantee you recognition. Sometimes you need a backup, a godfather in the industry. But yet, a lot of mules are against it. So that is where the power shift, power struggle comes in. And guess who suffers? We, the listeners of good music, because we have an artist who comes in and we're like, this artist is taking the stage. But guess what? Label drama comes up and we don't hear from the artist again. And we, good listeners, good consumers of the music, are left high and dry. In 2022, the Headies left Nigeria for the first time. It held in Atlanta, USA. The move was supposed to globalize the brand, but many fans felt abandoned. I mean, why are you taking it away from Nigeria, where it's supposed to be a Nigerian event or award such a champion Nigerian artist, especially rising stars who may not actually have international recognition at that point? Why? Some sub stars didn't show up. Big names like Burna Boy and Wizkid barely acknowledged it. It begged the question: is the Headies still for Nigerian artists or for Western validation? Now I understand the point of championing this, of hosting this abroad, which is meant to make it more international. But then we understand that this is an award for Nigerian artists by Nigerian artists, and it only makes sense for it to hold there. Maybe we could invite international artists to come there to perform and everything. That's not bad. I mean, it's a way to form more relations. But I understand how Nigerians felt, because that year too, I felt most Nigerians felt slighted. Like, why most of us can't even go there. Some of us may not actually be able to afford to go there. The most recent edition was a mixed bag. There was already a drama going on already before the Headies held, and this was just an issue of naming them rappers or not. And they said, why are they in the rap category? And from then on, let's not lie, a lot of Nigerians had already perceived beforehand that there might actually be a lot of drama that may come out from these Headies, and they were not wrong. The latest Headies Awards was a mixed bag. Shelly Poppy was snubbed in major categories, and he was given a handshake instead of an award. When I saw this, I said, no, Plutomania, the Pluto president, I don't even think that there should be any issues with having awards for each and every category. Your winners beforehand. The awards are not being printed on demand on site, so it's not an issue of voting before time. I mean, the voting polls were already closed because Odumodu had come to our school, my school here in Ife, and he performed. And there, he was just saying that he's in the running for the next rated for the Headies, and he asked us to vote. So the voting polls were closed way beforehand, and this is supposed to be a professional brand which should have these awards for every category. So why is an artist collecting a handshake instead of an award? And trust the Plutomanian president to hop online and tell them his mind. Yeah, I said it already, that if you guys see him there again, let him bend. It's like, they'll do like this. And it was really very daunting. Then Odumodu Black's mic was off too, and this was really funny because watching the video, he was about to thank Jesus and return all the glory to God. And for a music industry which a lot of people think that they are associated with diabolical things and Illuminati and every other thing, allegedly, because I have not seen it. I know that Nigerians, we are really religious people and we come from religious background. Now you can decide to independently worship or not worship if you want to be, but I know that all of us come from religious background, and we have the major major religions in Nigeria, which is the Christianity, Islam, and traditional religions. So every family from Africa, especially in Nigeria, we are from a religious background. You might be practicing any of those three, but it's rare to see you from a background that is practicing none. It could occur, but it's really rare. So him coming to talk about Jesus is not something that had happened. Like, it's something that is strange to us because we know our background very well. If you call your parents, the first thing you say, in Jesus, there's no way that they will leave you without praying for you. So when putting it off was strange, and I love the fact that he stood his ground. Initially, when I saw that, I'm like, okay, Odumodu has a lot of nuances. He's original. And again, I watched him recently. That was last month, just very, very, very recently, his concert, and I could tell that he's really original. He's just himself. I don't think that he's someone who will be different on stage and behind the scenes someone else, like a totally different person. He just has a lot of nuances. He's a very energetic person, very funny person. There's one the part that he threw his jacket into the crowd and he was saying, make una fight, make una fight. It was so funny. So that is who he is. Initially when I saw it, I was like, Odumodu, you have come again. But luckily I'm not someone who just hops on like headlines and like taglines, because I know that things are clickbaity in this age. I'm a creator on YouTube too. I want the clicks. So sometimes, you just have to try and balance it out. So when I watched it, it was really funny. It was when he was talking about Jesus. He had like an acceptance speech all written out. He had to read it. It is just basic, should I say, courtesy to give that a new artist doing that. And again, he wanted this award, and I would say that it's already a long time coming. Why is Odumodu winning Next Rated in 2024? it's too late. I feel like he should have won in 2022 because it was already popping right from there. Now I might do my research, maybe he had won it, but it's really strange that he's trying to covet that award. Oyinmodu is not next rated. Oyinmodu is global, and all of us know that. So next, we also had some winners who didn't show up again. Now I love Thames, but she didn't show up. I think Thames had shown up because I think she had won the next rated award. She had won an award too. She had shown up for the Headies before, but her mom and Arya Stars one, they came. And let's not forget, Thames is not a just a Nigerian based artist. She's a global superstar. Yes, you heard it from me. No, you see, no shade of things will be allowed on this channel. Yes, so she was absent, but her mom was there to accept it. But I found it really strange that her mom was accepting the award but was still announcing the category of that award. It was really weird. You already know that she was going to win then, so what is the mystery there? Are we really voting? What's really happening in these polling units? I think polling units are what's really happening, and why don't we even get to see the results too? Because even in Big Brother, because I've covered Big Brother on this channel, I'm going to link it up here. We also have the polling, the polling results. Why don't we have that for all these awards? Did we have it for Grammys? We have it for VMAs? Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe that's the reason why they are doing it, because a way to that. Then also we had Juma Jukes, appearing to perform. He performed really well. I really like the fact that it was really professional done. You could see that professionally done. You could see that he really put in his energy into it. And even Choma Ikoku commented that, and a lot of people were saying some things. In fact, I didn't expect to see Juma Jukes and Priscilla that early outside. I expected that they would still be on the honeymoon, and it just goes to show how much they really honor that invitation for them to be there, because they are just getting married. Honestly, it's not even up to a month. I don't think it's even up to 2-3 weeks, and they came for that show. It's a nice thing for them to show up, but honestly, I didn't expect them to come. Even if they didn't come, I'm not blaming them. It's a honeymoon. They need to enjoy themselves. So him doing that, then a lot of people were saying some things that, okay, what's really going on? And let's not forget, this was like an award, a Nigerian based award to honor Nigerian artists. But over time, we have actually seen a lot of mix across the continent. I've seen, I think, Sakodi, I don't know, but I hope I'm saying Sakodi from Ghana. A lot of people, come to this award show. So it's more of like, okay, are we including East Africa now too? For me, the more the merrier. They are good artists. I don't have a problem. His song is actually popping in Nigeria, and I saw that he had featured Flavor, and he has featured Fino, you guys, our OGs in the music industry. So that had happened too. Meanwhile, fans online are split. Some feel the awards are just a touch, others still respect the platform. So what does this tell us? The Nigerian music industry is not just about vibes and talent. It's about strategy, backing, timing, and sometimes playing the political game better than your music plays the charts. So there was an issue of farming views and farming listeners, monthly listeners. So everything is about strategy, everything is about gameplay. A lot of artists that are going global and international now are actually artists with really good labels, good producers behind the scenes. I mean, I can mention a lot of them. Arya Star, Rema, Ashake too. Although Ashake had left his YBNL label, but still you can see that a lot of strategy is being done behind the scenes. It's not just putting it out there. I think it's really risky for you, even as an upcoming artist or even an upcoming creator, or doing anything, just putting anything out there without basic strategy. Now everything is fueled by money too. Let's not forget, when you have a label that loves you or management that really reveres you, money is going to drive it a lot. So they are moles and they are mules, and if you're not careful, you either be used or forgotten, or you will ride as a champion. If you enjoyed this deep dive, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe for more real talk, and comment what part of it you like and whether you agree if this is actually happening, or if you have actually really realized that maybe these awards shows are not actually what they think, what they seem to be. And if you also agree with the polling results, please let's have that, because I feel like we really need to know what's really happening, if people are really voting. And yeah, don't forget to smash the subscribe button. That's all I have for you today, guys. I'll see you in my next video tomorrow. We'll see each other tomorrow for day 4. Mwah! I love you guys.